Kim from stampingimperfection.com. I wanted to share a new product and a technique that Stampin' Up! Has. They have this thing in the New Occasions catalog. If you got this in the mail, it looks like this. And you can check it out on my website at stampingimperfection.com or in my online store at mystampingstore.com. But they have these watercolor designer note cards and envelopes. You get 20 printed cards on watercolor paper. There are 5 designs, so you get 4 of each, and you get envelopes. So here are the designs. Like, you're going to fold these in half, just like this, and you can just stamp on these. These are really beautiful. This speaks for itself with a beautiful sentiment. It's very pretty. Here's one. Add a few embellishments. I love this one. I love this one. I'm going to use this one today. I want to show you a very quick technique, and you also get the envelopes that go with it, so it's pretty exciting. So they also have a couple of stamp sets that I think would work well for this technique. One is called Peaceful Petals. The other one is called Happy Watercolor. I'm going to play with Happy Watercolor today because I'm very interested in trying this image. I haven't used it yet, so I want to give it a try. Now, the technique that I'm going to use to watercolor, I'm going to stamp this right here, and I'm going to need a sentiment. I think I'll use this one. I'm going to put my stamps on my clear blocks, and I guess you can fold it or you don't have to fold it, doesn't matter. So this is watercolor paper. I'm going to use a technique where I am going to use my markers. I have Old Olive, I have crushed curry, and I have strawberry slush. I just picked 3 colors that I liked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to color on this stamp, and then I'm going to spritz it. This is just a spritz bottle I got in a dollar bin at a dollar store. I filled it with water, so I'm just going to spritz it with a little bit of water. So I'm going to start with my lightest color, which is my yellow, and I'm using the brush end of the marker. I'm using the side of the brush end. I'm just going to color in the center, just like this. Then I'll use my strawberry slush, and again I'll use the brush end, and I can see which end is the brush end and which end is the fine tip on the outside. So I'll just color in the outside of this flower, just like this. And the thing I love about this technique is that it totally does not have to be perfect. So if you're not a perfectionist, or if you are a perfectionist, it's meant to look imperfect. So I'll take a little pressure off. And then I'm going to use my Old Olive for the stem, just like that. Okay, and now I'm just going to spritz this. Then I'm going to stamp it directly onto my watercolor paper. Take it off, and now it's wet, so I'm going to have to let that dry. And once it dries, then I'm going to stamp my image in Early Espresso. I'm going to do that without spraying because I don't want my image to actually, look how pretty that is. As it dries, it kind of fades into the paper. How pretty is that? It's so quick and simple to do. And then I can just use my regular ink pad, Early Espresso. This sentiment is fabulous. You make me happy. And then I can just stamp over the bottom of this, just like that. Didn't get that very straight. You'll want to get yours straighter. So there you go. That's a very quick and simple little technique for watercoloring on these watercolor note cards, these Watercolor Wonder Designer note cards. You can purchase these in my online store at mystampingstore.com, and check out my blog at stampingimperfection.com for more ideas of techniques and things that I used on these Watercolor Wonder Designer note cards. Thanks for watching.